Okay, testing. Okay, I think my mic is okay. The internet is okay. Okay, so now already 8 o'clock. Okay, so for someone junior, okay, so 2 weeks not see. Okay, so we will have the good news is we already enter the last chapter. So this is our last chapter lah, photosynthesis, chapter 6. So actually I just left only one chapter, chapter 4, enzyme. So after chapter 6, we will proceed to chapter 4 lah, enzyme. So for this chapter, I don't know if school teacher already finished or not, already finished your syllabus or not, I don't know. So if not yet, maybe you can make like a class lah. If already, maybe you can do a revision lah. What are you were learning about? So this chapter actually got 4 topics, right? Autotroph, light dependent reaction, light independent reaction, and also limiting factor. So for today, we will learn about the autotroph. Okay, so this is just a beginning of the photosynthesis before we enter the light dependent and light independent reaction first. Okay, so what is autotroph? Okay, so autotroph, the definition is the general definition is that the organism can synthesize their own food for themselves. So this food is we known as organic molecule lah. So normally it's glucose lah. Meaning that autotroph, this kind of organism, this kind of living organism, it can produce own food themselves. Meaning for human we are known as heterotroph. Or the opposite of the autotroph is heterotroph. Heterotroph is that we cannot obtain food we cannot synthesize our own food by ourselves. We need to obtain food by other we need to consume the food. We need to get the energy, get the carbon sources from other part. But this autotroph is that normally it can use the light energy. It uses the light energy or the oxidation of inorganic substance to synthesize organic molecule from carbon dioxide or other inorganic substance. So meaning that the main key point is it use light energy. Dia gunakan cahaya. Autotroph, the main characteristic is it use light energy, or it either use light energy or it using inorganic substance. Either one you want to use light or they use inorganic substance being as energy sources to produce organic molecule from carbon dioxide or other inorganic substance. So this is the main point. And then photoautotroph. Okay, this one photoautotroph meaning that the energy come from is using light energy. Make very specific. Very specific is mentioned that it use the light energy only. Dia gunakan cahaya je. And then it obtain the carbon sources is carbon dioxide. For human, we obtain carbon sources from where? We obtain carbon sources from organic molecule, right? Glucose. And then we obtain energy also from glucose. We obtain energy from glucose, we obtain carbon sources also from glucose. But for this photoautotroph, it gives light energy one. The energy sources is from light. Dia gunakan cahaya. And then the carbon sources is carbon dioxide. So normally photoautotroph it require water as a hydrogen sources in photosynthesis and oxygen is released. So it will release oxygen lah. And then photosynthesis is the process which occurs of synthesis for carbon dioxide and water using the light energy absorbed by chlorophyll. So this one, the main example is plant. Plant. Plant is what example of the photoautotroph. And another one is algae. Algae also is one type of photoautotroph, and another one is cyanobacteria. So the main characteristic of photoautotroph is it is green color. because all of them contain chlorophyll. All of them are containing chlorophyll one. So they are will appear green color one. So photoautotroph confirm is green color. Yang green color punya semua adalah photoautotroph. Okay, another term is called as chemoautotroph. This one is the differences between the photoautotroph is energy of sources of energy is different. For photoautotroph, your energy source is from light. For this one, chemoautotroph, your sources of energy is from inorganic compound. So normally like sulfur, like iron, like ammonia, or like nitrate, all of these is inorganic compound, right? This all of this is inorganic compound. So dia dapatkan energy daripada sini, bukan daripada cahaya. For photoautotroph, photo meaning it will involve light. But this chemoautotroph, the light, the energy that obtained come from inorganic material. So like sulfur, iron, and ammonium lah. And then, but they have the same characteristic is the carbon sources is same as carbon dioxide. So meaning that for chemoautotroph, dia tak akan ada complete photosynthesis one. It will not have complete photosynthesis one. Because we know that photosynthesis got two reactions, right? Either light dependent or light independent. But for this one, it will not have the light dependent reaction. It only involve light independent reaction. For this one, chemoautotroph. No light dependent reaction, but because it does not require light, it will involve another type of metabolism. But this one is not in your syllabus, you don't need to learn. But the main differences is it will not involve the light dependent reaction. It will only involve light independent reaction, which is Calvin cycle. Light independent reaction is one of the metabolism is Calvin cycle. So dia akan ada Calvin cycle je. Dia tak ada yang itu light dependent one. So this one you need to alert lah. This is what we call as chemoautotroph. So the main difference is energy sources is totally different. Photo is from light. Chemo, the energy sources is from inorganic chemical. Okay, so this one you need to know it because maybe in exam it will come out. So the example of the chemoautotroph is these two type, nitrobacter or nitrosomonas. So these both type of bacteria are will involve in inorganic nitrate lah. Dia akan guna nitrate sebagai energy sources. Okay. Next, we will go toward the chemistry part. The photosynthesis bit is the chemistry part. So this one actually you already learn in chemistry. Already learn in chemistry one. Chemistry I think chapter 2, right? Or for the or you guys don't take physics, okay? Never mind. But I think this one chemistry you already learn it. Chapter 2. I think chapter 2. About the UV spectrum one. Right, you already I think spectrum, right? I still remember chemistry got learn, right? Spectrum. So their guna. So actually the photosynthesis concept is actually come from the spectrum concept one. Come from the spectrum that you learn in chemistry. So macam mana? So actually the photosynthesis, the main reaction is we convert light energy to form chemical energy. Dia plant ni sangat special punya. Dia boleh convert light to chemical. So the chemical energy that involved is ATP lah. ATP and ADH, FADH2, all of that lah. But in plant will involve ATP and NADPH. Dia tak ada FADH2 punya. Dan tak ada NADH punya. Dia akan involve only ATP and NADPH. Later you will learn it. Light dependent reaction. So this is the very special for the plant. It will convert light energy because they are absorb light, right? Because I already mentioned the energy sources for plant, for photoautotroph plant is from light. So dia akan ambil cahaya itu and then convert this light energy to form chemical energy. So macam mana? how it convert them. So before that, we will learn about the spectrum first. The absorption of the plant, the wavelength absorption in the plant. So normally you before that you will learn about wavelength. So what is the wavelength? Wavelength is the distance between one wave peak to the next. And then if you see this diagram, you will see that there are many type of spectrum, but radio wave, microwave, infrared, UV visible, UV light, and then visible light, X-ray, and gamma wave, right? Okay, so normally in plant, we will only involve the visible spectrum only, which we human can see it. This visible, why we call as visible? Because human can see it. Visible, right? Visible kami boleh nampak. Yang lain kami tak nampak punya. We cannot observe UV light. We cannot absorb X-ray one. We cannot use our eyes to check my gamma wave, and also infrared, microwave, and radio wave kami guna mata memang tak boleh nampak. But visible light is the wavelength that we can observe. So the entire range of gamma wave, you will see that the gamma wave to radio wave is not an electromagnetic spectrum. So this one is the general definition. Okay, and then light is composed of small particle or packets of energy called photon. This one, photon, I think this one is very visualized substance, meaning that actually they are made in light, actually there are many small particle and energy at there. Meaning that got light, when you have the light appear at there, whatever light, gamma ray ke, ataupun cahaya yang awak boleh nampak ke, actually there are many energy that involved in the small particle we call as photon. So normally photons are not the tangible object, but they act like object, and each of them has a fixed quantity of energy. So photon actually is not an object lah, but dia macam object because they have the fixed quantity of the energy. There are other energy at there. So that is why that the light energy is come from the photon one. Okay, okay. Ini just introduction. I just want to mention that in our plant, the plant, the chlorophyll will only absorb the visible light only. The others light we cannot absorb. Others light we cannot. The plant will not absorb. Okay, so okay. So why photosynthesis only depend on UV visible light only? Why? Kenapa dia tak boleh gamma ray? Kenapa dia tak boleh X-ray? Why the plant cannot absorb X-ray? Why the plant cannot absorb infrared? Why it only absorb UV visible? Actually UV visible lah dia akan absorb. Kenapa? Saya pun tak. So this one we need to learn. Kenapa? So this one is the concept that you apply in chemistry lah. Memang dekat chemistry punya. Okay. So normally the radiation, why we use the UV visible rather than there are the many reasons. First of the reason is that normally the biological molecule will undergo excitation state in this region only, visible light only. So meaning that the radiation within the visible light portion of the spectrum will excite certain types of biological molecules. So moving electron into the higher energy level. Ini ingat kan? Chemistry ada dengar kan? Ground state, excited state. When the ground state absorb the energy until certain energy, it will become excited to the higher level, right? Ground state and excited state. Same of these, the biological molecule, so in this case, it's chlorophyll lah. Chlorophyll will undergo also excitation state. So they can only become excited when they absorb this light only. So why? Because this molecule only can absorb this specific wavelength. So the photon must have the curved amount of energy that must be associated with this wavelength. So this molecule only can absorb this wavelength. Dia tak boleh absorb infrared, dia tak boleh absorb X-ray punya. Tak boleh. So when it absorb this wavelength, the photon will have the correct amount of energy when they absorb energy until the certain level, and then it will become excited lah. So the radiation with the wavelength longer those visible light will not have the energy to excite this biological molecule. So normally when you go to visible, when the wavelength is too long. So normally it's like infrared, TV wave, radio wave is very longer wavelength. The energy is not enough. Tak cukup energy. Tak cukup energy untuk biological molecule like chlorophyll absorb it. Absorb this, the chlorophyll cannot absorb this energy. Not cannot absorb. Tapi tak cukup. Nah, macam makan lah, makan nasi. Tak cukup lah. Tak cukup energy lah. So, tak boleh exercise lah. Nak exercise, nak makan banyak-banyak kan. Yang ni, dah tak cukup. So, it cannot become excited state. And then, how if you too low, the like X-ray, gamma ray, this one, if you too low, it's too high. The energy is very high. If the energy is too high, meaning that it can destroy the chemical bonding in the biological molecule. Tak boleh terlalu kuat and tak perlu terlalu weak. If too strong, the energy is too strong, it can destroy the biological molecule. And if the energy is too weak, now the wavelength is too low, the energy is too weak, meaning that the chlorophyll cannot absorb too much of energy. Dia tak boleh, tak mampu lah. Kerana energy tak cukup. So the most suitable is UV visible. Inilah UV visible. UV visible. Okay. Okay, yang ni I think everyone should know. Ni kan, when this is the atom, right? Atom. So ni atom, and then this the surrounding is electron, right? Ini proton and then electron, right? Electronic configuration. I hope that everyone can remember. 2s 1s2, 2s2, right? 1s2, 2s2, and then 2p2, and then go to 3s2, 3p2, all this, right? Still remember. 1s2, 2p4, kan? Like that lah. 1s2 to s2, and then 2p4, and then 3s2, 3p4, 3d6, right? You are no mistaken lah. Whatever, ini chemistry punya. So if you see that, you know that this is proton, right? Ini atom proton, and then the surrounding, this is 1s2, ini 2s2, right? As I mentioned before in chemistry, you know that when the electron is absorbed, so photon is absorbed, so you know photon is the light energy inside the electron, right? It is the light energy inside the electron. So this one, when the photon, the electron is absorbed the energy, it will become excited state, right? And then we know that excited state is not very stable, right? So if the energy it become excited state, so it will easily be returned to its ground state, and then it will release energy, right? When it release to the ground state, it will release energy, right? And then either it can become the electroacceptor molecule lah. Yang ni awal dah belajar dekat chemistry, right? Spectrum. Ni memang sama aja. Dan dekat photosynthesis, memang dia apply konsep ini. Memang konsep ini kami apply dekat photosynthesis. We found that photosynthesis is one type of application in the natural application in photosynthesis lah. Yang chemistry awal belajar is using the spectrum, using the robot, using the machine to achieve it. But in photosynthesis, it occur naturally. Memang dia akan macam ni punya. So normally if you see that when a molecule absorb a photon of light energy, one of its electron become energized. Because we know that photon is one type of light energy. You can imagine that photon is one type of light energy, and then it will go through the electron. Dia akan kepada electron. So this electron already absorb this energy already. This photon light energy, and then it will become excited state, right? So the electron will shift a lower energy to higher energy, right? So 1s2 kepada 2s2, right? And then energized electron, either it can leave the atom, be accepted by an electron acceptor molecule, which become reduced in the process. So this is what we occur in photosynthesis process. But in chemistry yang awak belajar is that it will return to ground state. So this energy will release. So this will release the energy, right? Dia akan release the energy either is in heat or it will in light of a longer wavelength than the absorbed light. So the emission of light is called fluorescence. So this one is like this, fluorescence. Meaning that this chlorophyll molecule, chlorophyll molecule, they are absorb light, right? Photon, they are absorb light, so that the chlorophyll punya electron, they are ground state to become excited state. And then this one, dia akan release the energy. And then excited state, we know that it is unstable, right? When it is unstable, it will release, it will go back, return to its ground state, and this process will release heat energy and also light energy. So the light energy we known as fluorescence. So awak akan nampak color macam ni. This one we call as fluorescence. Tapi yang ni awak kena expose with the UV light first lah. Memang kena ada UV light lah. Ini kalau with naked eye we cannot see it. When you expose with UV light, you will see this red orange color. Which red orange color punya solution. But this one is the normal chemistry you belajar. But for this one, in photosynthesis process, the electron will not go back to the will not go to the excited state. Dia akan electron ni will leave the atom, and then this electron will be accepted by electron acceptor molecule. So normally this electron acceptor molecule is hydrogen ion lah. Hydrogen ion. Dia akan accept the hydrogen ion. Hydrogen ion. You know, mistaken lah. Hydrogen ion. Yeah, hydrogen ion. Dia akan accept this electron, hydrogen ion. Okay, after it accept the electron, meaning it will become reduced in the reduction process, and then this is what we occur in photosynthesis. Inilah teori dia. Memang teori dia daripada chemistry dia. So you need to know it. Apa yang awak belajar dekat chemistry, please apply it here. So if the essay question asks you to write how the chlorophyll, how the chlorophyll can convert light energy to chemical energy, inilah semua awak kena tulis. Memang chemistry punya. Semua chemistry punya. Memang chemistry punya. How the electromagnetic spectrum go toward an absorption of the spectrum, all this you need to write in terms of this. Okay, so I think yang ni saya dah explain kan, excitation of isolated chlorophyll molecule, ground state and become excited state, and then it release energy. Okay, another term, another question, why our leaves are green? Awak tengok plant kan, tumbuhan. Kenapa semua daun tu hijau punya? When you in secondary school, you ask your teacher. Your teacher will tell you, because of chlorophyll. Because of chlorophyll. Betul, ini betul. Dia tak cikgu awak tak cakap salah, betul. Tapi tak no specific. By SPM, kalau awak tak tanya lah, kalau in essay question dia, why our leaves are grey? You say, present or chlorophyll. Sorry, no marks. Because those general, ini primary school lah. If you are the primary school or kindergarten, you ask your teacher, boleh lah itu bagi betul lah. But in Stpm, you are the professional. You are the high knowledgeable of people. You need to make a research. Kena tahu lah apa itu. So normally the main reason is because of the absorption of the light in the chlorophyll. Because we know that in chlorophyll there are many pigments, right? There are many pigments, right, that you learn. I think you have you have did your experiment, right? What do the paper chromatography using the spinach leaf, right? And then you have many pigment, right? Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotene, xenophil, all this, right? There are many pigment inside the chlorophyll. So actually in chlorophyll, you only have chlorophyll. It only have although have other substance, other pigment. So this one is based on the color is based on the absorption of light based on the different pigment. Different pigment will absorb light at the different wavelength, and then the wavelength that are absorbed will be disappear. As we know that right in absorption process in the actually you already learn in chemistry pun chemistry awak tak belajar pun in the absorption process when ada satu benda in chemistry I think which part oh semester 2 sem 2 you're not learn yet for someone semester 2 transition element. Why transition element have many color? Another one punya transition element. So for those who senior lah, senior should be know transition element part. But for junior, for junior, I think chemistry semester 1 already learn it. If I'm not mistaken. Semester 1 chapter 2 also same chapter. Spectrum punya ada belajar. So anyway, I explain it in general. Normally the absorption in one substance, not only chlorophyll. Kalau ada satu benda dia absorb, memang dia absorb satu color, and then dia akan reflect and transmit, right? Got reflection and transmission. Transmission we could know in physics kami panggil reflection lah. Reflect atau refract, transmit. So this one the wavelength absorbs. So we know that the wavelength has many color. Dia ada banyak color. But when they absorb this color, not necessarily dia akan reflect that color one. Meaning that when it absorb blue color, not necessarily it reflect will same as the blue color one. So if a pigment is illuminated with white light, the color we see is the color most reflected or transmitted by the pigment. So this is the main reason we see the green color on the leaf because chlorophyll is absorb violet, blue, and red light, and then they absorb this violet, blue, and red light, and then they will transmit and reflect the green light to us. Maksudnya chlorophyll ni dia absorb the light, the visible light is blue, violet, blue, and merah, violet, blue, and red light. But the reflection and transmission is green. The opposite of the blue and red is green. So inilah sebab dia why we see got green color. Ini sebab dia lah. Wait a minute. Ini sebab dia lah. We see the green, we look at the leaf because chlorophyll absorb violet, blue, and red light while transmitting and reflecting green light. So kalau guna mata human memang kami nampak green lah. Ini sebab dia. So actually it's based on the absorption of the wavelength. Different wavelength absorption dia akan reflect different type of color. So kalau dia maybe absorb green light, dia akan reflect blue light. Kalau chlorophyll itu absorb green light, maybe dia akan reflect red light. Red light, kalau reflect red light meaning kami nampak daun tu memang merah, merah punya. Inilah logic dia. Okay, so the chlorophyll, what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll normally is a substance that locate in the thylakoid of chloroplast. So thylakoid, right? Granular, and then ini satu layer punya we call as thylakoid, right? So chlorophyll normally is located within one thylakoid within the thylakoid. So normally it contain many pigments, right? Chlorophyll A, B, carotene, xanthophyll, and phenphytin. So normally the most important one is chlorophyll lah. So chlorophyll, actually we have chlorophyll A and B. So what are the difference between A and B? So this is the all the full structure of chlorophyll. So the main important is in chlorophyll A, this one, the methyl chlorophyll A is methyl group. But for chlorophyll B, it will become the aldehyde group. They are changed. So the chlorophyll A is methyl group. Chlorophyll B, it will change to carbonyl group. Aldehyde group lah. Ini main difference dia. Yang lain semua memang sama. So if you see here, chlorophyll there are main two structure. One, the head structure is known as polyphene ring. And another one, you can see that there are one long hydrocarbon chain, right? Ada satu hydrocarbon chain yang paling besar. So this one is we know as hydrophobic region lah. And then this one is hydrophilic region lah. And then you see that this polyphene polyphene ring, there are the same atom there at the center. So the polyphene structure is made up of joint smaller ring composed of carbon and nitrogen atoms. So normally this structure is the main role to absorb light energy. Dia ni tempat lah untuk absorb light energy. Bukan hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon tak absorb light energy. It is not absorb the light energy. Normally the hydrocarbon is just to anchor the chlorophyll in the back membrane. Dia bagi support to provide the support to the chlorophyll only in the membrane. So normally the main absorption of light is occur at this polyphene ring. And then the chlorophyll A and B, normally chlorophyll A is the pigment to initiate the light-dependent reaction. And then the chlorophyll B normally is the accessory pigment that also participate in photosynthesis. So chlorophyll A is more important lah, because chlorophyll A is the pigment to initiate light-dependent reaction. But for chlorophyll B, it is the accessory pigment, another pigment that will also involve in photosynthesis. But it is not the initial pigment. Yang paling penting is chlorophyll A. Okay. Another important pigment is carotene. So this is the structure of carotene. So normally this carotene, it will have the color of carotene is yellow and orange. Very shade of yellow and orange because this carotene is absorb blue-green light. So the opposite of the blue-green light is orange color. Ini awak boleh nampak itu color view. If you see the color view of the color, yang itu kepada orang yang ada belajar seni lah. Saya tak tahu SPM awak ada ambil seni tak, but if you can Google it, the color view, the absorption light is opposite one. Kalau dia absorb blue green, opposite dia adalah orange, yellow and orange. You can search it in Google. The blue green opposite part is yellow and orange. Same as this chlorophyll. Yang ni kalau awak tengok the opposite part of the violet, blue and red light is the opposite one is green light one. So same as this, the opposite of the blue green light is yellow and orange. So normally carotene is function as photo protection. So dia protect the chlorophyll. This compound absorb and dissipate excessive light energy that would otherwise damage the chlorophyll or interact with oxygen, forming reactive oxidative molecule that are dangerous to the cell. So this one is to protect the cell, protect the chlorophyll. Karena walaupun it can absorb the light energy, but I already mentioned that it only can absorb visible light only. If the energy is too high or too low, normally it's too high lah. Kalau itu wavelength dia too long, normally it's no effect because just not enough energy. But if too short, like gamma ray like that, if the wavelength is too short, meaning the energy is too high. So when the energy is too high, this carotene will take part lah to protect them because it will absorb this excessive light energy to it. But cannot too high also lah. If too high, the carotene also will burn, will be destroyed. But this is just the alternative way to protect the chlorophyll and also protect the cell. Okay, so normally this graph you need to memorize it. Ini paling penting lah. Awak kena tahu apa semua itu pigment tu absorb mana. So normally the chlorophyll A will absorb the violet blue and red light. So you see here, chlorophyll A dia awak tengok dia paling tinggi dia absorption. The absorption is very high at the violet blue. Awak boleh tengok satu dekat violet blue. And then another part is at the red light. Merah punya. So dia ada two peak light. Satu part the higher peak is at the violet blue part and another peak is higher at the red part. So meaning that when the wavelength is about 430 like that, and then when the wavelength is about 680 like that, meaning this chlorophyll A will absorb the energy. Yang lain bukan tak boleh, just not too high lah, tak kuat sangat lah compared to this. But the main absorption is these 2 point. And another one, chlorophyll B is can also absorb in 2 part. Either it absorb the blue light or absorb the olive green color. Ini 2 part dia lah. Yang dekat yang ni lebih kurang orange color lah. And then the carotene normally is absorb blue light and exist in orange color. And then another one, centrophil, will also absorb the blue light and exist in yellow color. So ini awak kena tahu lah, absorb what kind of color. So normally chlorophyll A will give blue green and also chlorophyll B will give green. So inilah sebab dia chlorophyll exist. And then you can ask, kenapa bukan orange color? This one is depend on the number of pigment occur in the plant. So for example, carrot, you see that carrot is orange color, right? Why carrot is orange color? We will do the analysis, you will find that carrot is contain high concentration of carotene compared to chlorophyll. So kalau carotene banyak daripada chlorophyll, memanglah dia akan take over, become orange color. Same as the other fruits like the mango, fruits normally in fruits lah, mango because of it contain high concentration of centrophil. So normally the leaf of the plant, the chlorophyll A and B is containing the higher concentration one because these two are take part in photosynthesis. Leaf is take part in photosynthesis. That's why the chlorophyll A and B need to be high concentration in that part. But for the fruits, because fruits is not already it will not take part in photosynthesis, right? Fruit, buah-buahan tak take part in photosynthesis. So that's why dia akan ada banyak chlorophyll like this lah. Okay, so this is the general situation about the absorption spectrum in the photosynthesis. So ini memang chemistry punya topik, So if you still don't know, please recap your chemistry lah, chapter 2. Okay, now we go to the photosynthesis. So this is the photosynthesis overall reaction that you learn in SPM, right? SPM. Ini equation dia lah. Hafal je kan? Senang je kan? 6 carbon dioxide tambah 6 water will produce 1 glucose molecule and 6 oxygen. Just like that. And then, no, nothing. Dah finish. Photosynthesis finish. No boleh. I don't know the new syllable, but for my time, tak ada pelajar punya. Just like that, and then photosynthesis end. Tak ada lah. But in SPM, no, you will learn be very detailed. You will learn how to form it. Macam mana dia berlaku punya. Apa reaction dekat sini. Kenapa tiba-tiba carbon dioxide boleh form glucose punya. Kenapa? Dia ada sebab dia. So you know that you know that the carbon dioxide is reduced to form glucose molecule, and then the water molecule will be oxidized to form oxygen molecule. So inilah. So the reaction normally in photosynthesis, I already mentioned there are 2 main types, light dependent and light independent. So in SPM, I think got learned in summary. This one is we know as light reaction, right? And then this one is known as dark reaction, right? But in SPM, I recommend you use this term lah, light dependent and light independent. Because dependent meaning that depend, right? Memang depend punya. Light dependent meaning it memang depend light punya. Kalau ada light, memang baru ada variation. If no light, memang tak ada variation. For this one, light independent, dia tak kisahlah ada light ke tak ada light ke, memang dia akan occur punya. Unless that there are energy. Light independent variation is require energy one. Unless it have energy, if an energy, then it will proceed to it. But if no energy at all, then no energy, but it will not depend on light. Tak ada light ke tak ada light ke, dia tak kisah punya. Unless dia ada energy je. Kalau ada energy, memang dia boleh proceed. Kalau tak ada energy, tak boleh proceed lah. So normally the reaction occur in light dependent is occur at the granular part in the thylakoid. The specific part is thylakoid. So normally it involve chlorophyll lah. But for independent, they are involved in soma. So soma is at this one lah. Nah ni, as a line diagram. So all these yang kuning-kuning punya dekat ini space, all this space is on as soma lah. So okay, so normally that independent reaction is occur only in soma. So normally dependent reaction is it will convert the solar energy, what we all call as light energy, to chemical energy that we learn from here. Yang ni, concept dia daripada sini, daripada light energy to chemical energy. Ini konsep dia. Okay, konsep dia. Okay, so by photolysis of water, so dia require water and also dia akan produce NADPH and ATP. So this one is the energy carrier molecule. Energy lah yang kami nak hasilkan. For light independent, it will occur in soma and then it will use the carbon dioxide with organic compound through the carbon cycle. Another cycle we know as carbon cycle to produce glucose molecule. So ini dua perbezaan dia lah. Light dependent reaction, it will not involve water. It will not involve carbon dioxide one. It only involve light energy and water molecule. And then light independent reaction, dia tak kisah light punya, dia hanya involve carbon dioxide and another organic molecule through a carbon cycle and then to produce glucose molecule. And light dependent is to provide energy. So this is what we call as phototroph. Not phototroph, because it uses light energy. This one what we call as autotroph, because it can produce organic molecule one. Inilah. So kalau awak still remember chemoautotroph and photoautotroph. Photoautotroph memang dua reaction lah yang kami belajar. But for chemoautotroph, dia tak ada light dependent reaction. Dia tak ada light dependent reaction, dia hanya ada light independent reaction. So light dependent reaction is another, dia akan digantikan another type of reaction lah. But what type of reaction it is very complex. So normally for those who are studying microbiology, you will learn about it lah. But for light independent reaction, yeah, both type of photoautotroph and chemoautotroph will proceed into it, light independent reaction. Kerana mereka dua-dua guna carbon dioxide as carbon sources. Okay, so yang ni adalah memang sangat general overall punya. The first part is light energy. Memang light akan absorb kan, dia akan absorb, and then the chlorophyll become excited state, and then it will use the water molecule, and then light dependent will produce oxygen and also produce ATP and ADPH, and then this energy will be used in carbon cycle to produce sugar. So this is very general one. So I think okay, another one is this is just extra information for you guys lah. Comparison between photosynthesis and aerobic respiration we learned in last time, chapter 5. So normally the main differences are the type of metabolic reaction lah. You will call as photosynthesis is anabolism process and aerobic respiration is catabolism. So what is anabolism, catabolism? This one I think you already learned in primary school. Primary school dah belajar kan anabolism, catabolism. Ini saya tak mahu cakap banyak-banyak lah ini. Primary school awak belajar. So normally the raw material for photosynthesis, yeah, carbon dioxide and water is the must. You must have carbon dioxide and water. Kalau tak ada ini, memang photosynthesis tak ada akan ada. This raw material. Light energy is not a raw material. Light is not a raw material. Light is the energy sources only. But the raw material for aerobic, yeah, you need glucose molecule and also oxygen. And then the end product for photosynthesis is glucose and carbon dioxide and water. Not water, oxygen. But for aerobic, the end product is carbon dioxide and water. So memang terbalik punya lah. Memang terbalik punya. Terbalik punya. For raw material and end product. And then this cell, so normally photosynthesis only occur in chloroplast lah. But for aerobic respiration, memang dia akan occur in all the cell lah. The cell, every cell that will undergo aerobic respiration. Not only animal, but plant also have, because plant also have mitochondria, right? Not only animal, plant, bacteria also, some of the bacteria. So any organism that can metabolize aerobic respiration to release energy, memang dia akan ada aerobic respiration. But for the photosynthesis, memang ada molecule yang ada chlorophyll sahaja boleh undergo photosynthesis. Tak ada chlorophyll memang tak boleh undergo photosynthesis. And then for ATP production, yeah, so the photosynthesis, the ATP also can produce, but the ATP is produced through what we call as photophosphorylation. Photophosphorylation, later we will learn about it in light-dependent reaction. But for aerobic respiration, as we know that there are two types of phosphorylation, right? Either is substrate level phosphorylation or oxidative phosphorylation. And then the electron transfer that we involve photosynthesis is NADP. And then for this one, aerobic respiration, it only involve NADH only. Dia tak ada P, dia tak ada phosphorus. For P is for phosphorus. Photosynthesis will involve phosphorus molecule. But for aerobic respiration, dia tak ada phosphorus. And then the location, and then both of them will undergo electron transport chain. Because the production of ATP memang akan involve electron transport chain punya. But the mechanism still same as dia macam sama aerobic respiration, but the location is not same. The photosynthesis is at the thalocode membrane, but the aerobic respiration is the mitochondria lah. And then mitochondrial inner membrane. But and then the sources of electron transport chain for photosynthesis is water. Water will act as the electron sources, but for the aerobic respiration normally is using energy carrier lah. NADH ke, FADH ke, and also glucose molecule. And then the terminal electron acceptor for the photosynthesis is NADP+. This is the terminal electron acceptor lah, but for the aerobic respiration is oxygen. Oxygen is the terminal electron acceptor. So it is just a difference in photosynthesis and aerobic respiration. So ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kalau dia keluar 8 makan memang awak boleh jawab lah. Kan? Okay, so I think today class is like that only. Okay, so I don't want to proceed the light dependent one because light dependent is very long. Ya, sangat susah. Memang sangat susah. So I hope that everyone is boleh tahu this basic chemistry. I think this one is just the basic chemistry that we already learned in chemistry. So any question? No question. Okay, if no question, so today guys will be end very early, only about 50 minutes only. So I think I end the class now. So okay, thank you for you attending, joining. So have a happy holiday. I think now holiday right, you can use this holiday make a revision lah. Please wisely use your time. And then though I hope that all of you not have a VTech jangan VTech lah. Please as a senior, please don't take your risk for VTech. Jangan cakap ayah ada VTech mah, so okay lah, sembang main-main lah. Tak boleh lah. If you ask a senior, that the senior will know the VTech is very challenging. Okay, so I think that's all for today. So thank you guys. So got question? No question. So I think that's all for today. So thank you. So we see you next Monday. Okay, so we see you next Monday. So next Monday and Tuesday I will finish the chapter 6, photosynthesis. Next Monday is Christmas, right? Christmas ah. Nak buat kas tak? I don't know. Maybe I will make a poll. Either you want to make a cast or not. I okay je because I'm not celebrating, but I don't know you guys. So later I will make a poll lah. Okay, so that's all for today. So thank you. Bye.